Hi, I'm Mikhael, and in this video I will be explaining about heat tech unique flow shirt. So this is a heat tech material is made with special blends of products. So the very fibers of this clothing absorbs the heat and keeps the body warm. So why is the material special? So this is made with high quality polyester blends, acrylic and rayon heat tech that whips the body's moisture into fibers and converts the kinetic energy into heat. So the air pockets, which are within the ultra-thin fibers, do not let the heat escape. So the result of it is a lightweight layer of warmth without the bulk. So this is a polymer, of course. So this heat that also stretches and shrinks to fit you perfectly. So this is a perfect material because it's comfortable and it allows utmost movement of the body. So this also generates warmth and fights bacteria which prevents odor, static electricity, and is highly comfortable. So this property of material is wrinkle resistant, strong and durable, breathable, can be ironed, shrinks less than pure cotton, and retains color. So that's all from me. Thank you.
So hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Adam Syahmi bin Hasbullah. So today, I want to share with you about our Malaysia ringgit, which is polymer banknote, and it is also known as plastic cash. So the question is why they made the switch from the paper note to the polymer banknote. The reason is it is considered more environmental friendly than the paper one. So let's study. So the first one, it is safer for the environment because they last 2.5 times longer than the paper cash, which succumb to wear and tear very quickly. And for your information, currently the paper cash is made from cotton and linen, which is more fragile than the plastic. Even though the polymer banknote costs twice price of paper to manufacture, they can still last more times longer. In fact, you can easily put your polymer currency in the washing machine, or even if you accidentally spill the water on it, you don't have to worry because it will not broken. It proves that polymer banknote have higher durability than the paper cash. And the best thing is it is also can be recycled, as their waste can be transformed into the new plastic items.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Aeryn and this is my plastic cookie cutter. The plastic is a biodegradable type which is called polylactic acid, PLA. It is a bioplastic because it is produced from fermented plant starch such as cornstarch and sugarcane. It is biodegradable polymer via cleavage of ester group. It allows the polymer to break down into smaller and smaller components in the environment. It is called the green plastic and it is considered food safe. It is a biopolymer. The lactic acid is a natural substance that is environmentally more friendly and sustainable. Although PLA materials can be composed, the correct conditions must exist. If the material is deposited in a landfill without the proper oxygen and light, the PLA material may not decompose for decades. A Netherlands-based sustainable packaging company called Biofutura has developed a proprietary crystalline PLA called CPLA material that is a combination of PLA, chalk, and other biodegradable additives. CPLA products are 100% biodegradable and compostable. In an industrial composting facility under optimum conditions, the PLA will be fully composted in 8 to 12 weeks. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, I'm Afiq. Here is the PVC pipe I bought at Mr. DIY. Did you know that PVC stands for polyvinyl chloride and commonly known as vinyl? Moreover, I always think why many people use PVC pipe instead of other materials. This is because PVC has an extremely durable nature and lightweight and suitable for industry applications. PVC pipes are manufactured by extrusion of raw material PVC and generally follow the same steps of typical pipe extrusion operations. First of all, feeding of raw material pellets or powder into the PVC twin screw extruder. Second, melting and heating in multiple extrusions. And lastly, extruding through a die to shape into a pipe. After that, PVC pipes are safe And PVC water pipe preserve drinking water quality due to their high degree of inertness and resistance to corrosion. The properties of this material is good insulation material. Lastly, what I want to learn more about the material is what are the differences between PVC, CPVC and UPVC. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Nur Aisyah and this is a non-stick frying pan. This non-stick frying pan is coated with a material called polytetrafluoroethylene PTFE, or commonly known as Teflon. Teflon or PTFE is a synthetic fluoropolymer or tetrafluoroethylene TFE. Is a fluorocarbon solid with a high molecular weight compound composed solely of fluorine and carbon atoms. It's a plastic polymer, which means it is the molecules made from an incredibly long string of atoms bonded together. The carbon atoms form a kind of central backbone, and fluorine atoms are bonded onto it either on either side. The non-stick frying pan is good resistance to heat and low temperature, also low coefficient of friction. Why I choose this material? This is because Teflon coated cookware, or especially this non-stick frying pan, is convenient to use and easy to clean. It also requires a little oil or butter, making it a low-fat way to cook and fry food. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So my name is Wafieq and here is the motorcycle key that I just bought. So the part of the key is typically made from brass or a nickel brass that contains 66% of copper and 34% of zinc. So why is brass is good material for the keys? Because it is easy to make and long lasting compared to other material. So how the brass is made? Usually brass scrap will collected and transported to the foundry where it is melted and recast into billets. Then billets are heated and extruded into the desired form and size. So why brass and not other material? This is because other material will easy to corrosion and cost a lot of money to make. So the properties of brass is it resistant to corrosion, high workability, electrical and thermal conductivity, ductile and have low friction. Lastly from me, what I want to learn more about brass is to make sure that it's safe for our environment and nature. That's all from me. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Syahmi bin Sam1. My trip number is 2112637. Okay, today I would like to talk about this item, or we call it as a fluorescent starter. The fluorescent starter is a very simple electric device. It just contains two items. First is gas-filled glass capsule and a capacitor. That's why we call it a very simple electrical device. And let's go to the material of this item. The outside of this item is made from a plastic, but I would like to talk inside of this item, which is made from a glass. Glass is a type of a ceramic and also known as a non-crystallized material. The ceramic itself term for the inorganic material. Others name for this item we can call as a thermal switch, which is very related to the main function, which is allows the flow of current in the filament of fluorescent light. To make it simple, without this thing we cannot open our pendafluorescent lamp. I think that's all from me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hi, my name is Amani, and I will talk about cloth iron. Cloth iron made of different types of materials such as plastic and aluminium and steel. Cloth iron rely on combination between heat and pressure to remove the wrinkles from the clothes. So how it actually work? If an electric current is passed through a coil or any other heat element inside the iron, it will become hot and it will transfer it to the base plate so you can actually iron the clothes. Other words, it's ironing work by losing the long chain polymer molecules in the fiber of the material. When the molecules become hot, the fiber will be straightened by the weight of the iron, and therefore it will take a new shape while it cools down. But if the iron keeps draw electricity from the power supply, it will become hot and hotter. That's why we need the thermostat. The thermostat will track the temperature of the iron because usually clothes need between 180 to 220 Celsius to remove the wrinkles. And that's how an iron clothes actually work. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Amir, and this is my PVC ID card holder. It made from PVC, or its full name is polyvinyl chloride. PVC is world's third most widely produced synthetic polymer of plastic. In fact, about 40 million tons of PVC are produced each year. About 80% of production of PVC involves suspension polymerization, 12% emulsion polymerization, and 8% bulk polymerization. Production of PVC is much cheaper than other materials such as PET or polyethylene terephthalate. There are 5 steps of production of PVC. Firstly, extraction of salt and hydrocarbon resources. Secondly, production of ethylene and chlorine from the resources. Third, combination of chlorine and ethylene to produce vinyl chloride monomer, VCM. Fourth, polymerization of VCM to produce PVC. And 5, blending PVC with other materials. Some properties of PVC are strong durability and flame retardancy. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I am going to talk about weight plates. First of all, how are these weight plates made? Weight plates are made using a sand cast mold. The plate-shaped mold is filled with sand, but then usually molten scrap metal is poured inside. So, what is the material used to make weight plates? Usually, cast iron are used to make weight plates. Why are cast iron used to make weight plates? This is because cast iron are hard, heavy duty, it has a high melting point so it can withstand high heat, and it also has a high density. Weight plates are used for strength training, but why this other materials is not used to make weight plates? This is such as ceramic and composites. This is because ceramics are very brittle whilst composites are lightweight. For the ceramic, it is not used to make weight plates because it can easily break during training process. Next, the composite is very lightweight, so it will not give a resistance for strength training. The advantages of using cast iron as a material to make weight plates is it is infinitely recyclable, it is resistant damage to oxidation, it is wear resistant, and the best one yet is it is much more cheaper than bumper plates. But I can only find one disadvantage of using cast iron is it is very difficult to weld. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Aqilah and I'm going to talk about plastic buttons. Plastic buttons can be made from different materials such as ABS, acrylic, nylon, polyester and more. However, in this video, I will talk about the ABS material of plastic buttons. ABS is the acronym for acrylonitrile-butadiene, which is a common thermoplastic resin that generally used for the production of buttons. But why ABS? Why not other materials? ABS materials combines with the toughness of the polybutadiene rubber, the strength of acrylonitrile and styrene polymers, which make it very durable and the best of the styrenic family. Next, one of the biggest advantages of ABS buttons is that they are remarkably tough and resistant, especially when it comes to the impact and temperature. ABS buttons are also strong, rigid, stable under limited loads, and have great dimensional stability. But how do ABS button is produced? So when using a solid material like ABS, a plastic injection machine will melt the material and push it into the mold. After the plastic has cooled again, the buttons are removed and separated from their runner. These buttons are then etched and coated in a finish through electroplating to get the final button.
Hi guys, back to my channel. Let's learn about science. So today I'm going to talk about one thing. What is this? This is a Thermoflask. And why am I talking about it? What's so special about it? I mean guys, there's a science fact about Thermoflask. Hey, what are you holding?
Hey, I'm holding my thermos.
What does a thermos do?
Don't you know that there's a secret behind thermos? First of all, a thermos is designed to keep hot things hot and cold things cold in a longer period of time. And also, the thermos is a bottle with a double wall container in it. And also, the air between the double wall container has been sucked out during construction, causes it to be vacuum. Of thermos, there's a plastic stopper. And what does a plastic stopper do? A plastic stopper is a poor conductor, so it reduces heat conduction. And second, a plastic stopper stops the gas from arise, and it also reduces heat conduction. The flask is made up of glass, which is a bad conductor of heat. Hence, heat does not flow by conduction here. Space between the wall is evacuated by the help of vacuum, so there will be no heat flow by conduction and convection. However, there is still heat flow by radiation. How to stop it? The wall of the thermos is silver, so silver reduces the heat of flow by radiation. Thus, the flask is safe to use.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Danial Hakim 2211617. Today I will show you the casual skipping rope, because skipping rope also have many types. These skipping rope are made from PVC, which is polyvinyl chloride. This material is used because of the lightweight, which allow users to have excellent control of the speed and manipulation of the rope. The essential raw materials for PVC are derived from salt and oil. The electrolysis of salt water produces chlorine, which is combined with ethylene obtained from the oil to form vinyl chloride monomer. So molecules of VCM, which is vinyl chloride monomer, are polymerized to form PVC resin, to which appropriate additives are incorporated to make a customized PVC compound. PVC is a very durable and long-lasting material which can be used in a variety of applications, either rigid or flexible. The properties of this skipping rope are non-flammable, versatile performance profile, and electric insulated. So that's all from me. Thanks for watching.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Danial Izudin. So today I will explain about this phone screen protector. So let's go. So basically, a screen protector is an additional sheet of material, commonly polyurethane or laminated glass, that can be attached to the screen of an electronic device and protect it against physical damage. The material of the screen protectors. Screen protectors are made of either plastics such as polyethylene terephthalate or thermoplastic polyurethane, or of laminate tempered glass similar to the device's original screen they are meant to protect. Plastic screen protectors cost less than glass and thinner compared to the glass, and also more flexible. At the same price, glass will resist scratches better than plastic and feel more like the device screen. Though higher priced plastic protectors may be better than the cheapest tempered glass model, since glass will shatter or crack with sufficient impact force. Screen protector surface can be glossy or matte. Glossy protectors retain the display's original clarity, while a matte surface facilitates readability in bright environment and mitigates stains such as fingerprint or anything else.
Hi, my name is Danish and this is food container. So this food container is made from a very well-known polymer, which is polystyrene. So polystyrene has been chosen because it is very light, nice, and also come in variant color. So polystyrene are easily manufactured by a process of free radical polymerization of a styrene using a free radical initiator. So a substance like styrene are mixed with a free radical initiator such as dibonzyl peroxides and are heated up to a temperature up to 120 degrees Celsius. So basically, polystyrene are better food container than plastic or glasses because polystyrene are better insulates, which can keep our food fresher for a longer time. And also, polystyrene costs more cheaper than plastic or even glasses. So some properties of this substance are rigid, brittle, and also moderately strong. So things that I will looking further ahead to learn is about expanded polystyrene because it is a non-toxic substance and also a 100% recyclable substance, which are great for our environment and great for our nature.
Hi everyone, my name is Muhammad Fadi Iman bin Muhammad Fadal. Today, I'm going to talk about mechanical pencil lid. And this is our lid. This lid is made from a mixture of carbon and graphite. Graphite consists of 100,000 layers of graphene. Why we choose graphite as our major components in our lid? It is because its special or unique properties. Graphite has like some really weak bond between each atomic planes. It will cause it like very slippery, like that. So when we roll it at papers, it will leave some like black traces. There are some elements that have these unique properties too, like gold. Gold has like some slip panels that cause it quite slippery, but we don't use gold as our mechanical pencil lid because it is too expensive. These unique properties also allows graphite to be used as a lubricant for some industry. And that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, hi, I'm Najwa and this is my car seatbelt which is made from polyester.
Seatbelts are woven mirror fabric made from million filament yarns or high tensile polyester filament yarn. In this case, we are going to talk about polyester of seatbelt. So why polyester? Polyester has excellent tensile strength, especially when woven into a dense fabric, making it ideal for seatbelts. In addition to this, polyester does not stretch easily, which is critical in ensuring the safety of vehicle occupants. Moreover, polyester is very durable, which helps ensure passenger safety. So why are we not using nylon? Nylon used to be the most popular material, but nylon stretch more than polyester and is more prone to wear and tear. Tiny extrusion and damage to the belt due to tensile strength dramatically, so that difference really matters. So this all is the properties of polyester. It's cheap, it has high resistance to UV radiation, it resists fire, it has high abrasion resistance, and it's good in all temperature. So this is the video on how the seatbelt are made of. Well, the webbing is made of woven polyester fiber. The machine seals one end over into a loop for the pin that will anchor the webbing to the spool. Then the pin is made of either plastic or steel depending on the type of retractor they're using. Well, I would like to learn more about how we can recycle plastic and positively reach the environment. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I will be explaining about this, a badminton racket. So about 2000 years ago, badminton racket was made from wooden frames. Wood here was chosen because of its excessive weight and also cost. Nowadays, this kind of racket was made from carbon fiber composite materials. Carbon fiber, carbon composite, or just carbon are extremely strong and light fiber reinforced plastics that contain carbon fibers. So this material is extremely or a bit expensive, but are commonly used wherever strength to weight ratio or stiffness are required, such as aerospace, civil engineering, superstructures such as ships, and also sports equipment. So this racket was made from full graphite racket. So this is because graphite is very light and strong, so the players can swiftly move in the court with increased agility, and they can return the attack from the opponent very fast and counter attack with a stronger attack, as this graphite racket is very light and easily to swing with a powerful swing. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Marissa, and this is foot ceiling clip. It's made from polymer. The term polymer derived from Greek word poly means many, mer means part. A polymer is structure or material consisting of very large molecule called macromolecule, composed of many repeating subunits. Polymers are two types, natural occurring and synthetic. Natural polymers such as hemp, cellulose, wax, silk, and rubber. Synthetic polymers such as polyethylene, polypropylene, nylon, silicone, and many more. But this foot ceiling clip is made from polyethylene or PE. PE is the most commonly produced plastic. The properties of PE can be divided into mechanical, thermal, chemical, electrical, and optical. Mechanical properties of PE: PE is low strength, hardness, and rigidity, but has a high ductility and impact strength as well as low friction. For thermal properties, PE low metal compared to other thermoplastic. For chemical properties, PE consists of non-polar, saturated, hard molecular, weak hydrocarbon. PE is partially crystalline because their symmetric molecular structure. PE has almost no water. Oxygen, carbon dioxide, flavoring can pass it easily. PE can become brittle when exposed to sunlight. PE is a good electrical insulator. It offers good electrical resistance, however, it becomes easily electrically charged. PE can vary between transparent, translucent, and opaque. PE, like other materials, is not biodegradable. However, there are a number of species of bacteria and animals that are able to degrade it. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, I'm Danial, and this is my basketball. The basketball itself made from rubber, synthetic rubber, and leather. So to make this ball bounce, the air is put into a bladder which is inside this basketball. And so the bladder is surrounded by a carcass which is made from polyester and nylon. So how does this little ball right here get involved in chemistry? To explain that, the ball right here contains kinetic energy. For example, a player throws the ball on the air, up to the air, until it goes down to the ground. On the way up, the ball right here reaches its maximum potential energy since there less movement occurs. But on the way down to the ground, the ball speeds up and it hits its maximum kinetic energy, and when it hits the floor, causing the ball have the most movement. So that's all from me. Thank you very much, and Assalamualaikum.
Hi, I'm Iman. In this video, I will talk about sewing needle. Sewing needles are long slender metal tools used to unite or fasten fabrics together. It should have zoom eye so that they can easily be threaded and hold the thread without cutting or damaging it. Modern needles are typically manufactured using high carbon steel. For your information, high carbon steel has the highest hardness and toughness of the carbon steels and the lowest ductility. In material science, ductility is defined by the degree to which a material can sustain plastic deformation under tensile stress before failure. This means that needles are easy to break. Needles are plated in nickel, titanium alloy, or even gold. Each type of needle plating has pros and cons. Nickel-plated needles resist corrosion and glide easily through most fabrics, but may trigger allergy. Gold-plated needles are hypoallergenic, but not surprisingly are much more expensive. Titanium alloy-plated needles are more expensive and hypoallergenic, like gold-plated needles. Due to the lightweight and strength of titanium, they are reported to last many times longer than other swimming needles with less durable plating. If you have ever had needles wear out, titanium alloy plated needles may be best choice for you. That's all for me.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Izzati. So this is a sample of scouring sponge. These scouring sponge are composed of two separate layers of artificial polymers that are laminated together. The softer layer is usually made of synthetic polymer, or to be exact, polyurethane or some other foam polymer. It's made by mixing a polyol component and an isocyanate component under stirring to effect foaming, while the thin dark green layer, which serves as a scouring pad, is made of harder polyethylene mesh. It's created by a sparse unwoven polymer such as cellulose, nylon, or spun polypropylene fiber. This material have been used to clean kitchens for generations, and the benefits are obvious, such as abrasive sponges are great at scrubbing off stuck on food, and non-abrasive one wipe out spill easily and clean dishes without scratching them. Plus, sponges are cheap. They are disposable after all, but using scouring pads on non-stick surfaces such as Teflon is not advisable, as they may strip away the coating. Now, let's talk about the properties. In terms of high liquid absorption, the unique porosity provides a large surface area with an open cell structure. Therefore, it's good at absorbing water and water-based solution. The sponge will retain the liquid until this capacity is reached. Next, in terms of compressible, sponge can be compressed, keeping 100% of its characteristic. Compression can be achieved in dry state only. When it's wet, the material is sort of elastic. Lastly, what I want to learn more about this material is how we can turn it to biodegradable material so it will be better for our earth.
Assalamualaikum everyone. I'm here to give a fundamental about how and what LAN cable or Ethernet cable made of. The main material used to make this thing is copper. Copper wire are being stretched several times from thick to thinner diameter. Same concept as Chinese brother stretch the noodle at Mahala for a cafe. For this wire is stretched to 24 AWG or 0.56 mm. In stretching process, pulling liquid present to prevent metal expanding out of control. This LAN cable is unshielded twisted pair or UTP. This cable is Cat5e cable category, which can transfer data as fast as 1 GB per second. After wire stretch to certain diameter, copper wire will be covered by primary insulator made by PE or polyethylene. Polyethylene pellet are being cooked until turns into liquid form and it's ready to cover the cable. Various types of color palette used to separate each wire for its terminal to transfer data. It is suitable for outdoor use in the sun or rain. The great thing about outdoor cable is also ability to directly braid.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone, I'm Ira and here is my stainless steel chopstick. For your information, stainless steel is an iron alloy that resists rust and corrosion. Stainless steel metal is formed when the raw materials of nickel, chromium, silicon and others are melted together. It may contain elements like carbon, other nonmetals and metals in addition to the minimum 11% of chromium content. The chromium in stainless steel, which creates a passive layer that can shield the metal and self-heal in the presence of oxygen, is what gives the material its resistance to corrosion. Stainless steel is extremely corrosion resistant, resistance to fire and heat, and high degree of durability and impact resistance. Stainless steel is not only beautifully sleek, but the metal is amazingly versatile while remaining inexpensive. Stainless steel has a biological cleanability that is on par with glass and is superior to both copper and aluminium in this aspect. The most important is that stainless steel never oxidize or rust as other iron and steel products do. So, choose stainless steel, okay?
Hi, I'm Ilya. Right now, I'm currently holding a cloth that is made up from polymer. Polymer that is used in cloth is PMMA, which is polymethyl methacrylate, or known as acrylic. It takes a very long time to decompose, so it is an excellent idea to recycle them and use it time to time. cloth is a thermoplastic polymer because it is solid at room temperature but can be softened upon heating and eventually turns into liquid due to crystal melting or crossing of the glass transition temperature. There is no chemical bonding happened. There are many advantages that we can take from using acrylic, such as it is excellent optical clarity and transparency, offering excellent light transmission properties and can transmit about 92% of white light. It is also high resistant towards various temperatures, so it can be used in the manufacture of medical manifolds and microfluidic devices. It is such a shocker that is 17 times harder than ordinary glass and have good resistance to component breakage through shock and impact. And lastly, its weight is half weight of the glass. This is why I have decided to choose plastic cloth as my main material. That is all from me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Syahmi. I chose Amirizzuddin because of the current weather in Malaysia. I think it was very useful for us because it will protect us from rain and sun. The material that used by this canopy of umbrella is nylon. Nylon is synthetic plastic material composed of polyamide of high molecular weight and usually but not always manufactured as a fiber. Nylon is very waterproof, flexible, lightweight, stronger, and these materials dry quickly. Nylon is made from reacting carbon-based chemicals that are found in coal and petroleum in a high pressure. This chemical reaction we know as condensation polymerization. Back then, what if we use this cotton as a material for the canopy of umbrella? We know that cotton is not waterproof, so it will absorb most of the water and it will be heavy. So then, will make us wet. That's why we don't use other material except polyester, nylon, poly, satin, or plastic. Hence, it is not possible. Last but not least, I want to know more about this material in why is nylon bad for the environment? Does nylon have harmful chemical?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Izzat Firdaus and in this video I am going to talk about this metal fan blade. So what does it made from? This metal fan blade is made from aluminium sheets, which is a part of metal. And why did I choose this material? Because this material we can find it in almost everything around us. So how does this fan blade made? So firstly, long sheets of aluminium are cut into appropriate rectangular size. Then the corners of these blades are shaved and the holes are drilled for the rivets. Then the edges of the blades are smoothened. Next, the blades are angled using the hydraulic press to improve the airflow. Next, the blades are manually fitted with the angle mild steel with the help of rivets using hammer. The rivets will be pressed by a machine and the blades are sent for paint job. The properties of aluminium are it is non-corrosive, good electric and heat conductor, malleable, and lightweight yet durable. Why choose aluminium instead of other material? Because aluminium fan blade can cut through air with very little resistance, which provides stronger airflow, and it is lightweight. I want to know what happens if we combine aluminium with other element. That's all from me, thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. I'm Yasmin. In today's video, I'll be explaining about the material used to build a calculator. So this is my calculator. Most calculators are made from a durable type of plastic called acrylonitrile butadiene styrene, which is ABS. You'll also find more high-end calculators made from stainless steel, brass, or aluminium. But in today's video, we're going to talk about the ABS. ABS is common thermoplastic polymer. Thermoplastic refers to the way the material responds to heat. Thermoplastic ABS liquefy, which allows them to be easily injection molded and then subsequently recycled. This means that a common way of producing ABS plastic is from other ABS plastic. So globally, the most common methodology to create ABS is the emulsion process. So the reason why we use ABS as material because it has properties of impact resistance and also structure strength and stiffness. By polymerizing and by polymerizing styrene and acrylonitrile in the presence of polybutadiene, chemical chains attract each other and bind together to make ABS stronger. So lastly, ABS is harmless, that it doesn't have any carcinogens. ABS is very structurally sturdy and is a good choice if you need an inexpensive, strong, stiff plastic that holds up well to external impact. So all in all, I'm very excited to know more about the changes in atom arrangement. That is all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Marissa. Today I'm going to talk about this. It is called Flourescent. It is made from plastic, which is a well-known polymer. Plastic is chosen to make this because it is much cheaper than any other material such as steel and wood. So how does it make it? So the production plastic begins with the distillation of crude oil in oil refinery. This will separate the heavy crude oil into good lighter components, which is called fraction. One of these fractions is called naphtha. It is a very crucial compound base to make a large amount of plastic. Then there will be two processes which involve is polymerization and also polycondensation, and then it is molded into human shape such as this. So the reason why plastic is used also because it can withstand any situation such as corrosion, which is a big problem for steel, and it is also water resistant and also totally and practically insulating. It interests me to know more about polymer, whether it has big potential to be produced largely from any other renewable products such as vegetable fats and oil with biomass in order to lower the use of the crude oil in this industry. So from me, thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Nabil bin Zulkarnain. As you can see right now on my hand, there is duct tape. Duct tape, often known as fabric tape, it is a strong adhesive tape that is simple to tie by hand. Due to its durability and water resistance, it may be used both inside and outside. 3 layers are frequently employed when making duct tape. The top layer revealed is constructed by a material that is called polythene. The layer below is made of fabric, and the layer that is glued is made of rubber. Melted polythene is applied to the fabric to create duct tape, shielding it from moisture and deterioration. The polythene coating on the tape is sufficiently permeable to enable adhesion to uneven or rough surface. Contrary to other duct tapes, duct tape has a fabric backing that lends its strength while also making it easily to tear by hand. With one duct tape, we can use a lot of things. In terms of exercise, we can use it and apply to blisters or sore protections. At home, we can use it for repair. For example, before removing a broken pane of glasses, use duct tape over the pane to help prevent it falling apart when being replaced. So I think that's all from me. Thank you.
My name is Muhammad bin Barisari. Today I'm going to talk about tissue paper. So you guys may wonder, what is tissue paper made from? Tissue paper is made from virgin wood pulp. What is virgin pulp? Virgin pulp is produced by chemically or mechanically separating cellulose fiber from woods or fiber crops. 100% of virgin pulps mean that it does not contain any recycled content, and it is made directly of the pulp of trees or cotton. This kind of paper is also considered to be high quality of paper. So there are 6 processes of making this tissue paper. First, trees, bales, blending, forming, converting, and packaging. There are few differences between tissue and surface. First, in terms of usage, facial tissue can use to clean different surface because it is quite strong, while surface mostly used for dining and great for cleaning mess like table and food stain. In terms of texture, facial tissue surface is smooth and soft, while surface is rougher. So in terms of absorption, facial tissue absorbs more water because it's mostly come with multiple ply, while surface can absorb more water because it is thicker. That's all. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Nasha Atira binti Rizal. Today I'm going to tell you about this eyeglass frame. So this eyeglass frame is made up from stainless steel. I choose this material because of the stainless steel is the best material for eyeglass frame. As we can see here, stainless steel has a great variety of surface finish and has a shiny surface material. For this stainless steel frames material, it is made up from alloy of iron and carbon steel with chromium and other elements. So generally, alloy is a mixture of two metals mixed in a certain percentage. Alloy improve the properties of pure metals that are weak and soft. The presence of foreign atoms prevent the atoms of pure metals slide over each other. That is why stainless steel is strong. In this case, only 10% of chromium makes the eyeglass frame less prone to rust. So stainless steel frame has been the best choice because of its non-corrosive, strong, lightweight, hypoallergic, and it offers an attractive look. So I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Amani. I'm going to talk about this handbag. This handbag is made from polyvinyl leather, which is not a PVC leather. PVC leather is basically a synthetic leather. PVC leather fabric are made by combining PVC with a stabilizer to protect, plasticizer to soften, and lubricants to make it more flexible, and apply it to a base material. Base material here are typically polyester, nylon, cotton, and rayon. So why PVC material and not other material? Compared to polyurethane leather or PU leather, PVC has more layers underneath its coating, making it more durable and tougher. So PVC can stand more extreme weather conditions. It is also less prone to peeling and breaking off. In terms of its breathability, PVC leather is much less breathable than PU leather due to its foam layer underneath its surface coating, making the material having less pores on its surface, so it can lessen the risk of absorbing stain and other unwanted particles. Some properties of PVCs are that in terms of mechanical properties, it is abrasion resistant, lightweight and soft. And in terms of chemical resistance, it is resistant to all inorganic chemical. It is also has very good resistance to diluted acids, diluted alkali, and aliphatic hydrocarbons. So what I want to learn more about this material is that how to make this material more environmental friendly material. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, I'm Arina and today I will talking about sunscreen tube, which made from a thermoplastic polymer. And to be specific, it is high density polyethylene HDPE derived from petroleum. Into making sunscreen tube, there are three general steps. First is extrusion, second is cutting, and the final part is heating. Firstly, HDPE is added to barrel of the extruder and the materials start melting as heaters are arranged. A temperature is maintained to melt the mixture. The typical temperature is between 150 to 350 degree Fahrenheit. Why this material? Why we not use other material? This is because HDPE is one of the best plastic bottle for cosmetic. Thanks to its strength and versatility, it can be made into various shapes and colors. And this is another example that I have of HDPE tube. HDPE is also resistant to different temperature. It is also packaged to be safe and secure during transportation and are fully recyclable when empty. It is really eco-friendly. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, I am Fadwa and this is my mom's Tupperware food container. It is made from LDPE or PP. These two materials are BPE-free plastic that are recyclable and labeled with recycling codes, triangle with 3 chasing arrows, to help recycling centers best sort them. Some containers is made from PET that contain other chemicals that can lead to cancer. LDPE has high ductility but lower strength, but suppliers can adjust the formulation to increase their strength, transparency, and other parameters. However, PP is opaque, low-density polymer with excellent thermoforming and injection molding characteristics. Its low viscosity at melt time makes it well suited to extrusion and molding applications. It is considered safe for repeated use storing food items and cycling through the dishwasher. However, how this container is made? Firstly, melted plastic is injected into a mold to produce a resin. Compressed air then blows through a coffin to expand the mold. Finally, the container is transferred to a third station for ejection, then you will get the end product. That's all, thank you.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurhazika binti Baha and this is a rubber band. So what material does rubber band made of? Rubber band is made of natural rubber because of its superior elasticity. Natural rubber originates from the latex of the rubber tree. Rubber band is made by mixing the rubber and the chemicals to enhance or diminish the elasticity and to change the color. It is then put through the milling process, where it is heated and pressed flat. Then the rubber will be cut into strips and passes through an extrusion machine. After the curing process, the rubber is sliced into the finished rubber band like what we have now. As we all know, rubber is available in both natural and synthetic variation. One of the differences between natural rubber and synthetic rubber is that their properties. Natural rubber properties are difficult to change as it is a natural biosynthetic polymer obtained from a tree, while the properties of the synthetic rubber can be adjusted as it is man-made polymer under a control condition. For example, if you want to produce a rubber band that are suitable for use in manufacturing operation, we could consider using a synthetic rubber as it has better resistance to aging and also suitability for use in environment exposed to chemicals, oils and greases, oxidizing compound, high temperature and other extreme conditions. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And this is my soap container. This container is made of polymer. What is polymer? This polymer is made of long chains or networks of smaller molecules called monomers. And there are some properties of polymer which is high strength or modulus ratio, lack of conductivity and a low cost, which is very good for us. Why I choose the material is because this material is suitable for this kind of soap. Polymer is safe and non-toxic. I don't choose any other materials because metal is heavy and make a lot of noise. And I don't choose metal to contain soap because easy to rust. Why ceramic is heavy and a little bit fragile. And I do want to learn a little bit about this polymer is because I think it's a very unique material. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
I'm Sabiha and I'm going to talk about this plastic bucket. So this plastic bucket is made out of HDPE, which is high density polyethylene. HDPE is durable, non-reactive thermoplastic and inhospitable climates during transit or storage. Why does this bucket is made out of plastic instead of other material such as iron? Because plastic bucket do not rust like iron bucket, as plastic is non-reactive material. Now I'm going to tell you about how this plastic is made. Plastic is a polymer just like synthetic fibers, which can be molded into desired shapes when soft and can be hardened to produce durable articles. All plastic usually made using either blow molding or injection molding equipment, and I'm only going to talk about injection molding. So injection molding is a plastic forming process that involves injecting molten plastic into a closed chamber or mold. There are three main processes of injecting molding. The first one is heating and blending the plastic until it flows under pressure, and next injecting the plastic inside the mold and allowing it to cool, and the last one is opening the mold to eject the plastic bucket. So what I want to learn more about plastic is how this material give impact in our daily life. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Aida and I'm currently hearing music. So do you ever wonder what kind of materials that Irfan is made of? Actually, Irfan is made of some plastics, rubber, aluminium and some copper. So let's elaborate of what type of plastics and rubber is being used. Usually, the hard type of earbuds is manufactured from PVC, which stands for polyvinyl chloride, which is a polymer or a chain of vinyl chloride. So what are the goods of PVC? PVC has high impact strength, is easier to extrude or mold, is less resistant to chemical, and usually has lower ultimate tensile strength. So while rubber is being used for its flexibility, what type of rubber is it? Is actually the type of rubber that's usually being used is liquid silicone rubber. Silicone rubber is an elastomer composed of silicone containing silicone together with carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. The good part of LSR is LSR will retain their shape when compressed. LSR also offers flexibility and rigidity. It is also naturally insulating electrically and thermally. It is also soft and has smooth texture, making it pleasant to touch.
Hi and Assalamualaikum, I'm Aeryn and this is the reusable bag that I usually use to carry my groceries. This bag is made from cotton and jute. Both cotton and jute is natural cellulose fiber. Cotton is pure cellulose staple fiber that grows around the seed in the ball of the cotton plant. Meanwhile, jute bast fiber is obtained from the stem of jute plant. The texture on this bag is because of woven fabric that are made from interlacing cotton threads at right angle. In making this bag, there are 6 processes, which are extrusion, webbing, moisture-proofing, cutting, webbing, and sewing. The question is, why reusable bag? Reusable bag is used to reduce the impact of plastic bags on the environment because it is reusable, can be used again and again. Compared to single-use plastic bag or paper bag, reusable bags are more stronger and durable. It doesn't easily tear off or stretching. The usage of reusable bag also is convenience because of its foldability. We can fold it and fit it almost anywhere. Moreover, the price is affordable and most importantly, it is environmental friendly because it is biodegradable. I think that is all from me.